Speaking to what the recent interviews about the CEO of Morning Point just released recently on the platform, I think it's important for us to actually react to it. The Nigerian youths sometimes are said to be unemployable, not because they are unemployable, it's just because sometimes the prerequisite training they need during the formative years are not there. Some has to do with the academics. There's a mismatch within the academic and the real life in class. And until we're able to bridge this gap, there's a minimum impact we'll be able to make. You have some students just graduating straight from NYSC and they don't know jack about how to actually do some basic things over the years. At least I haven't been here. But it's not about just complaining about the past, it's about okay, what's the way forward? How can we all make an impact? At Allowave Limited, we've been able to make some really, from the little impact that we can. For example, last year, 2025, we created a training program where we bring some of these youths on board and train them end to end about digital marketing and market access at our own cost. But that's just a tip of the iceberg. It's just for us to actually have a more deeper insight into what we can do to this. But going forward, we have been speaking to some of the federal universities and some private universities in the country to bring to find a way to work closely with them. As the students are studying in class, they should be able to actually do some real projects, be engaged on some real projects, so the ones that are actually self-driven. And the youth on their own can actually enroll and join some of our training cohorts. This will give them opportunity to learn about identifying real problems, developing a product around it that actually address that problem, developing a system for that, decide the operational part, and marketing it on digital platform, outdoor, indoor, and other channels for local and international audience, as the case may be. And aside that, we also be doing some linkage with various local and international organizations as we build the traction. This model, we believe, would really change the narrative over time if we can actually employ it more. To do this, some of the ideas come from my experience learning about Japan development when I was in Japan, and I want to just shed a bit of light on that. How was Japan developed? I don't want to go a bit too far. Let's say after the World War, and Japan wanted to develop some of the sectors. Let's say the steel sector, for example. The government actually went to actually buy, for example, an automobile and brought it. Hey, everybody, look at this car. Either in the space, like in Nigeria, we can call them maybe like welder, aluminium experts, and the likes. Look at this car. What can you do? I can do the fender, I can do the bonnet, I can do the door, I can do XYZ. And everybody, the government actually even support them financially to do this part and bring it. And when the government did it, when they check the impact in 10 years, the automobile sector of Japan has gone to the roof. In our local context in Nigeria, why can't we replicate something, or even better, localize to our own unique situation? So, for each state in the country, we've tried to reach out to the state governors. We've gotten some feedback from some, and we are in talks with some of the relevant government agencies and even the various offices of the governors in the country. What we want to do is, we're trying to domesticate the one village, one product, which we understand from since the Obasanjo regime. Nigeria has been trying to get it on board, but the feedbacks has been at different stages. But we said, okay, let us try and see how we can actually localize this problem from a global perspective. We will bring in the Nigerian insight with Japanese expertise, fusing our private sector and public sector experiences hands-on to develop the project. So in this case, each state's local government and even the federal government, we identify where we have comparative and competitive advantage, and we develop the products around that a value chain around that to serve our 220 million plus population, and others will develop others for various markets customized to meet each market requirements in terms of features, in terms of regulatory requirements, in terms of language, in terms of packaging, and the whole round. So this means for a local market, we will reduce our importation of products we can actually develop locally, and for export market, we'll be able to get more effects into the country. So the people that are doing the work will earn extra, either in FX or in Naira locally. The states and the local government would earn, and the federal government also would earn by way of taxes that will be remitted to them, and also even they have an investment arm for the state or the local government or the federal, as the case may be. They'll be able to have a system where they can increase their IGR by leveraging on what they have a comparative and a competitive advantage, and the unemployment rate would drop. This project will be done with the same youth that we're actually speaking to, because the youths will be working closely with the youth to actually develop, deploy this project. So it will be a win-win. Unemployment rate will reduce, income will increase, and I believe over time the whole country would benefit from it if we can sustain this momentum and achieve this objective. For organizations that might be interested in actually working or collaborating with us, you can always reach out to us at Aloev Limited or visit our office in Abuja. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.